Traitor McCain just left hospital, showed up to Senate with nasty surprise for Trump and Americans. Last week, the country received the shocking news of Senator John McCain's cancer diagnosis just a couple of days before he underwent brain surgery to remove the tumor. This intensive procedure poses an obvious risk to one's ability to think and perform critical tasks for at least a period of time after the surgery. For this reason, Republicans thought that McCain would resign from his Senate position. However, just a few short days after major surgery, he returned to D.C. to get immediate revenge on everyone who counted him out with the cancer diagnosis, with his what he did as soon as he showed up to stick it to America. Had there been term limits in place, McCain would have been out of office long before now. That couldn't stop him, and neither can brain cancer from getting his twisted way in Washington. He doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to fulfilling his oath to our country, which has led to many innocent people's deaths in the Middle East and even in our military. People weren't celebrating his cancer diagnosis because of this, but were saying that it's probably a good time for him to step down and focus on his health, rather than his backhanded plans for America. Cancer was apparently a mere inconvenience for 80-year-old McCain, who can't and won't admit that his time in Congress is long expired. He's the poster boy for the need for term limits, but his lust for power and control as one of the biggest rhinos in Washington can't be stopped. He underwent surgery to remove a blood clot on Friday at Mayo Clinic Hospital in Phoenix, as part of his treatment immediately following his glioblastoma diagnosis. According to the American Brain Tumor Association, this particularly aggressive tumor forms in the tissue of the brain and spinal cord. Just 3 short days later, he announced his return, and the reason for leaving his hospital bed so quickly was so that he could be part of key votes on repealing Obamacare and passing sanctions on Russia, Daily Mail reported. Senator McCain looks forward to returning to the United States Senate tomorrow to continue working on important legislation, including health care reform, the National Defense Authorization Act, and new sanctions on Russia, Iran, and North Korea, a statement issued by his office late Monday said. McCain is no fan of President Trump's, as has been proven frequently, most recently from his actual hospital bed when he sent the commander-in-chief a salty message. McCain has been extremely critical of Trump and his administration on Syria, which makes sense considering that he's chummy enough with so-called moderate Syrian rebels to be photographed with them like a group of guy pals. This was in an effort to remove Bashar al-Assad from power, but didn't just pop in and say hi to them. McCain also provided them with taxpayer-funded weapons. This is a blatant violation of 18 U.S.C. 2339b, which prohibits providing material support or resources to an organization deemed a terrorist organization by the Secretary of State. Although McCain is expected to vote in favor of the motion to proceed to the next step of amending the ever-important healthcare bill, his return is nothing more than a power move to underscore Trump in other ways. He has a history of undermining the president at every chance he could get, and he's not willing to let the resolve to derail his success go yet, starting with defiance of Trump's decision to end a covert CIA program that armed and trained rebels against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The program was a dangerous waste of taxpayer funds that cost the American people millions of dollars. The administration has yet to articulate its vision for Syria beyond the defeat of ISIL, let alone a comprehensive approach to the Middle East. A key pillar of American strategy must be the removal of Assad from power as part of an end to the brutal conflict in Syria, which has fueled ISIL's growth through its cruelty, extended malign Iranian influence, and undermined broader regional stability, McCain said, according to the Daily Mail. 6 months into this administration, there is still no new strategy for victory in Afghanistan either. It is now mid-July when the administration promised to deliver that strategy to Congress, and we are still waiting. He further explained of his frustration and support of this wasteful program started by Barack Obama in 2013. The American people voted for President Trump to restore the nation after 8 years of Obama's destruction, and McCain needs to get on board as an actual Republican or allow someone else to take his place who is capable of thinking clearly. The relations between Russia and Syria are incredibly complex, and like everything else Obama put into place, the program there isn't working. Everyone else in McCain's compromising health position would have been forced to resign, but he refuses to. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.